you so much. Birds of the same feather flock together. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, good evening. This adage sounded true in the year 1996 when I was in 12th standard. Abhi and I became very close friends just for one reason. We were sailing on the same boat and we extremely hated physics. In physics classes, we felt like aliens. Simple things like Charles' law, Boyle's law were hard nuts to crack. They were like Greek and Latin to us. The tutor constantly stabbed our self-esteem. I felt I was drowning in a river of learning disability. Professor Sudhi was our physics tutor. He was in his early 30s. Despite his well-built body, elegant dressing sense, and demeanor of a South Indian movie star, he was still a lonely bachelor. The angel of anger was always doing salsa on his nose. Wise men say angry men will never have any girlfriends. That was true in Professor Sudhir's case. His trademark comment is still ringing in my ears after 12 years. If you are not serious about physics, do not show your funny faces to me in my class. He would randomly pick students in his class, and ask questions. Believe me, failing to answer his questions was as bad as pulling the tail of a wild bull. To avoid lost battles with that wild bull, most of us bunked physics sessions. Abhi and I did not attend his classes for 6 months. One day, while strolling in the crowded corridor, we stumbled upon Professor Sudhir. We stood still as if we were posing for a picture. We saw fireballs in his eyes. We felt like frightened sheep in front of a starving lion. The lion roared once and asked us to follow him to the staff room. We followed him to the staff room. His room was untidy and poorly lit. The walls were well decorated with cobwebs. It was like a dark cave. He sat on a broken chair, cleared his throat, and started singing cacophonic songs. Why are you not attending my classes? You are not serious about physics. Pramoda, forget about physics. You are not serious about your life. Remember this. If you fail to get minimum attendance threshold, you will not be able to attend examinations. On February 1st, I will tabulate the attendance report and publish it on the notice board. I will do my best to teach you a lesson. I am sure both of you will lose out this year. Pray God. His voice had undertone of anger, revenge and frustration. Right from that moment, I started hating Professor Sudhir. Whenever I thought of him, all curse words from Webster's dictionary were echoing in my ears. It was hard to sleep within the night. Though there were no mosquitoes in my room, his words were biting me harder than mosquitoes. Somehow days passed. Finally, the day arrived. February 1st, 1996. I rushed to college. I slowly approached the notice board, like a heart patient who just underwent bypass surgery. I skimmed through the list several times. I could not find my name on the list. I was euphoric. My heartbeat went up out of euphoria. I was brimming with joy, like a lost child who just found its mother. All of a sudden, I sensed vibes of respect for Professor Sudhir. I was astonished at his generosity. I felt he is a living example of leaders like Gandhi, Nehru and Nelson Mandela. I felt he is really great. I was ashamed of my own behavior. My heart popped out and said, Pramoda, go and thank Professor. Do it now, fool. I listened to my heart. I wanted to surprise Abhi because he is was not there on the list. I thought of taking Abhi and thanking Professor. I rushed to his house, gushing with enthusiasm. He was relaxing on a rocking chair. His face was colored with peace and calmness. Raising my eyebrows with confidence, muffling my smile, I said, Abhi, I have a surprise for you. I bet you cannot guess. Abhi sneered at me as if the word fool was written on my forehead in bold letters. With an egregious grin on his face, he said, "You're wrong. It's not a surprise to me. I know our names are not there on the list." I was shocked. The balloon of my curiosity kept inflating. Abhi, how do you know? You are not there at the college in the morning. How do you know? He continued with a firm voice. I also know that no one from our class is on that dirty list. I said, yeah, professor is really nice. He pardoned all of us. We should be thankful. Come Abhi, let's go and thank the professor. This incensed Abhi. Pramoda, stop this childish behavior. You stupid. Do you think he pardoned all of us out of mercy? Do you think Sudhir is a saint from Himalayas? Professor Sudhir did not generate any report because he lost his attendance register. You fool, understand this? I said, lost? Are you serious? Abhi took a deep breath. He reached out to his closet. He pulled out a thin, long attendance register from the corner of his untidy, stuffy closet. He came close to me, placed the attendance register in my hands and said, Pramoda, you know, Professor Sudhir lost this register yesterday. I stole it from his bag last evening. Now, tell me, do you still want to go and thank him for this jealous behavior? I stood speechless. Over to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
I was under the impression that I went overboard with my introduction of Pramoda. No, I don't think so. It was a great speech. Now, we have an interesting session coming up. May I call upon Sunita to take us through it?
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Welcome to Orators, session 25. Say something worthwhile. This will be your words of wisdom. It will take you that extra mile. Now, who said this? Okay, I said this. And remember, this is no place for ignominy. What do you think? Friends and fellow Toastmasters, I will take you through the table topic session, and feel free to walk up and talk, because all of us over here are not experts and we're not here to judge how you talk. It's just your flow of thoughts which come in the form of words for you. So talking English is not very easy, because most of us have heard that English is a funny language. And if English as a language can play with us, let us now see how we can play with English. If all world is a stage, then where is the audience sitting? Anyone for this? If all world is a stage, where is the audience sitting? Tim?
Everyone plays his part. There is no audience.
You should talk about it.
If all the world is a stage, then all of us are on that stage. I forget the exact quote from Shakespeare, but he also said that every man is a player, and we all play our part. So, I guess it's just incumbent upon us to do the best we can with the time that we have. It also begs the question, who is our audience? If all of us are players, certainly those outside